Hi, welcome back to GinGin. Today, even though it's a little bit dark outside, even though it's raining, we don't really care. We're going to try and liven everything up, get ourselves back into that really summer vibe mood today by having a look at two Indian summer cocktails. For both of these cocktails we're going to be using our gin of the month, which is our Stranger Son Gin. It's Indian summer based because it's an Indian gin. And if you would like to see a little bit more about what this gin's about, where it's came from, and the classic gin and tonic, I'll put a description below for you to go and see one of our other videos on that one. As I say, today's about trying to get us a little bit summery, even though it's starting to get darker, it's starting to get a little bit wet and windier. So this is about taking us back to that summer vibe and just giving us that little boost of energy at this time when it's a little bit darker. So we're going to be having a look at making the Gin-a-colada today, which is a gin take on the pina colada, and that's to get us really in that glorious sunshine, sitting there thinking about on the beach, water waving in, and really sending us back to the last couple of months in that summer period. And then we'll move on and we'll have a look at our Gin Sunset. So getting a little bit darker, and we want to kick back and relax with a nice Gin Sunset cocktail. So let's get stuck in. Gin-a-colada time. So we have our gin of the month, Stranger Son's. We're going to need 50 millilitres of Stranger Son's gin, 75 millilitres of pineapple juice. This is fresh pineapple juice that came with the Craft Gin Club. It is Frobisher's pineapple juice, and 25 mils of the Gin-a-colada syrup that comes with the Craft Gin Club box. This is obviously their cocktail of the month for this one. This syrup is effectively just concentrated pineapple juice and concentrated lemon and lime juice. There's a little bit of colourants in there, a little bit of preservatives, but apart from that, it's basically just concentrated juice. So if you do feel like you're wanting to kind of make this on your own, you don't have to have this syrup, but obviously we'll give it that extra fruity tang along the way. So first off, we're going to start taking our cocktail shaker, which we'll require for this particular drink. You don't have to use a cocktail shaker, but given that we are using pineapple juice, by using that cocktail shaker you'll get a nice lovely white froth at the top of your drink, and it'll just make it look that little bit extra special. But you can mix it directly into your glass. So we'd recommend a highball glass or maybe a hurricane style glass for this type of drink. But you can mix it directly in this if you wish. But obviously if you use your cocktail shaker, whichever one you prefer, the one that I have here in particular is to do with the two sets, the glass and the metal piece, and then you've also got one that obviously sits on top and you can just hold it down if that is one that you're more used to. Both work equally the same. We've got a strainer just to make sure that we don't get any bits or extra ice into our glass, and I've got some extra ice here at the side of me. So inside this glass I've already filled with ice and got that ready. So we're just going to start off with our gin. Stranger Son's Indian gin, got a nice sort of licorice back taste at the end, very citrus on the nose. There's 4 different Indian oranges and citrus peels that have gone into the very start of the process for this, so that's what you get straight off on the nose, and then you'll get some licorice feeling at the very end of it. So 50 millilitres of the gin, of gin. We're going to go with 25 millilitres of our Gin-a-colada syrup, which, as I mentioned, comes in the unboxing, or comes in the Craft Gin Club box. If you want to see the unboxing of that particular box, again I'll put a link to that in the description. And if you really enjoy these and want to take up the Craft Gin Club, there is £16 off your first box discount in there as well if you want to try that. So 25 millilitres of that, followed by 75 millilitres of pineapple juice. Again, this came with the box as well, so really nice pineapple juice. It's not your standard store juice, and you do get 250 millilitres of it, so there's enough here to make a couple of cocktails. So we've got 50 going in, followed by the other side, 25. Okay. That's all of our ingredients that we need for this one. So we're now going to start shaking it up. Give it a good dump, make sure it's in there, make sure it's not going to spill out. Good shake through, make sure you really get it mixed. Get that ice going in there to get it really chilled and really fresh. Perfect. You tap on the table, give it a release, and we are clear. Just going to top up my glass with ice. Get this nice and filled. Just move this bottle out the road. There we go, nice filled glass full of ice. Take our strainer. And lovely mix there. Going to top it off with a little bit of our pineapple leaves, just as a little nice side garnish. And true summer fashion, we'll have a little bit of lime, and given that we've got such strong flavours of pineapple in here, a little bit of pineapple as well. And there we have it, the Gin-a-colada cocktail of the month from the Craft Gin Club, made with Stranger Son's gin, pineapple juice, and the Gin-a-colada mix which comes with the box. So now that we've enjoyed our summer sunshine that's coming through, and we're taking that feeling of being out during the day and really enjoying that heat wave, doesn't feel like it just now, but send your mind straight back to that. Maybe the sun's starting to go down and we want to have a look at actually making a gin sunset. So you see why this is called the Gin Sunset as we go through it, but ultimately we have, again, Stranger Son's gin. We're going to use 50 millilitres of Stranger Son's gin. We have 50 millilitres of orange juice, 25 millilitres of cranberry juice, and a small squeeze of lime. About 5 millilitres, so just a squeeze that you need in there. This one is a really easy one to make because you don't need the shaker like you would do for the Gin-a-colada piece. You don't need any of that. You're just going to make it straight into the glass. So first off, as always, we want ice. Nice amount of ice in that glass. Excellent. And you want 50 millilitres again of Stranger Son's gin. Use any gin you want. This one with the nice licorice backbone really helps with this type, where we've got, I'll just build some of that, get a wee extra top up. Where we've got that licorice backbone really helps with the cocktail, giving you that little extra sort of kick at the end. So we've got the Stranger Son's there, and we're going to add our orange juice to it. A little bit of squeeze of lime. Get that flavour in. Mix it through. And then finally, what we're looking for here is when we add this in, we're going to start seeing the sun setting as it starts to flow through the glass and all the liquid. So we start to see it take a different turn of colour. That signifies our sun setting on there. So that's two different cocktails. We've got the Gin-a-colada and we've got the Gin Sunset. This has been GinGin. Thank you very much.